Hey guys, welcome back to another Plan With Me. This week I'm planning from September 29th to October 5th, and I'm using this kit from PinkPlannerShop, I believe, and I can't remember what it's called. It's like coffee something, I don't know. But I chose it for this week. It's honestly not what I wanted. I really wanted an apple picking type kit, but I just couldn't find one that I liked. Actually, I found one, but it was a physical kit and I would have had to order it and I just didn't want to. And I already had this art. And so I figured, you know what? It works in a way in my head. And I will explain because a lot happened this week. It was a very, very busy week. Sorry if you can hear Janet purring. She's like all up in here. But speaking of Janet, that is something that happened this week. I had to take her to the vet on Friday. Nothing serious. I made that sound so like I had to. No, it's just she hadn't gotten a checkup in a while. And so I was like, let's take her. Let's see how she's doing. Everything's fine. She's good. She's great. But I have never felt so bad in my life because she is, I'm not kidding. She's like the sweetest cat in the world. And I know everybody says that. I'm not joking. Like she really is. She's super friendly. Like once I let her out of her carrier, she was all over the vet and she was so happy. And then came the shots and the taking of the blood, and she turned into a little demon. She was making noises I've never heard before in my life. She's also very food driven, but sorry if you can hear text going off on my iPad. I don't know why I all of a sudden have service on that thing. It was quiet for like 5 years, but anyway. So yeah, she was like freaking out. They were concerned that they wouldn't even be able to get blood from her. They had to, they took her out of the room and, and what I was saying is she's very food driven and she would not eat one of the, what are those called? The little like Go-Gurts for cats. She just wasn't having it. She was so upset. And so when I took her home, again, she was fine. Everything came back good. She's healthy. When I took her home, I just brought her in my bedroom and she was panting so heavily. She was just so stressed out and I just felt like the shittiest person on earth because I know that it's good for her, but she had no idea what was going on. So anyway, unfortunately, next year I'm going to have to splurge for I think it's called like gabapentin or something like that. I might have made that up. It's called something that you give your cat to like chill them out before going to the vet. So I guess I'm going to get her that because I never want to put her through that again. I know that the last time she went to the vet, she like had a bushy tail, but that's not weird for her. She will randomly like get excited and her tail gets all bushy. It's not just from like being scared or threatened. It just like happens for her. She's a very floofy cat. But she was like pretty chill. This was so different. And she is older now. She's 3. So yeah, anyway, I felt horrible. But anyway, so yeah, that was Friday. Then on Saturday was such a busy day. My roommate's sister came to visit and we had a jam-packed day full of plans. First of all, we were going apple picking, which I was so exciting. I haven't done something this like basic bitch fall in so long and it was so worth it. It was like, I think it was $11 for a bag of apples and the apples were so good. $11 is a lot for apples. You're paying for the experience, obviously, but those are some of the best. Actually, they are the best Pink Lady apples I've ever had in my life, and they are some of the best apples I've ever had in my life, and it was worth it. And I got like 15 apples. I ate them all. They were so good. So that was really fun. And then it's called, if you're from around this area, you would know it's called Lynn Villa Orchards. It's very, very, very popular. And actually it was kind of annoying because this was one of the few days recently that wasn't cold. And we were like sweating while we were picking these apples in the sun. But then we went to the bakery and we got a bunch of treats. Then we drove to the mall to go dress shopping because it was my roommate's sister's sweet 16 and she still hadn't found a dress and she was like looking for a ball gown. So that was actually really fun. She tried on any dress that we gave her. And then we went to sushi. We walked to a sushi place to get dinner once we were back in the city. And then we walked to see the musical Six. It was amazing. It was so good. I knew what it was about, but I had no idea that it was like a little girl group Sailor Moon band. It was so good. And yeah, it was just a really, really busy day. I got up early and went to bed really late and did something the entire time. And then I think that's really all that happened. I guess I thought a lot happened this week because of the vet and because of how busy Saturday was, but I don't know if I really have anything else like interesting to say. So I'm just going to get into the day by day. Starting with Monday, the first thing I marked was working remote with a fox and cactus cat. Then I marked with this squish in a car that I had to move my car and I was so annoyed. I think they're finally done, but like once a month they've been putting no parking signs on my block saying that they're going to do road work, and then they never did it. So I had to move my car so that it wouldn't get towed, and it pissed me off because nobody got towed, so I could have just stayed. Then with another fox and cactus sticker, I marked that I did laundry. With a prairie planner cat, I marked that I deep cleaned the cat area. With another fox and cactus squish, I marked that I walked to Aldi. Oh yeah, this really pissed me off. This is one of those days where I was like, I would do anything to get the fuck out of this city. So I was walking home and I had the right of way. It has a sign with the little white walking man. And then this woman turns, she turns and then she like stops right at me and just beeps her horn at me and then yells, "It's a green light." And I'm like, so I point at the sign and I yelled at her. I'm like, "I have the fucking right of way, bitch." Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was so fucking pissed off because she purposely, like, she was turning so slow, but she purposely stopped right, like, 6 inches away from me and beeped her fucking horn and then was trying to explain to me that it was a green light. Like, yeah, you fucking moron. I know it's a green light. That's why I have the little white walkie man, because it's a green light going this way. You're fucking turning. It's not a green light going that way. That's a red light. So you got to wait for me to fucking walk, you stupid, stupid bitch. Anyway, I was so pissed off. I was so fucking pissed off. Can you tell? Can you tell? Like, I promise you, I will one day, I hope before I'm 40, I will live somewhere else. I'll just leave it at that for now. I hope. But, you know, time's moving really quickly and I still make shit money, so I might still be here. We'll see. Anyway. Then with a stick with a Planko sticker, I marked that I was feeling sad and overwhelmed. And a lot of it was definitely because all I wanted was for that woman to crash into a building and die like in a fiery, bloody ball. I don't know. I was just so angry. I was so angry. Then with another fox and cactus sticker, I marked that I did a workout. With this sad emoji, I marked that actually, this is a period emoji. I never use period stickers anymore. But I was getting period cramps and I was confused because I take my pill regularly. Shouldn't be getting those. Then with another emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co., I marked that I had a painting night with my roommate. We were painting like these Dollar Tree wood cutouts for Halloween that she was going to put in her office at work because she works at a school. Then with a Prairie Planner puzzle sticker, I marked that I was doing a puzzle, which, oh my God, I can't wait to do a puzzle. I just am too busy. I have it picked out. I'm like staring at it right now, actually, and I just want to do it so bad. But anyway, then with this Sticky Perks sticker, I marked that while I was doing that puzzle, I finished the audiobook, The First Wife's Shadow. And I don't know why, because it was a slow burn. And I will say I did love the narrator of this audiobook. I loved her voice. It was like it was so easy to pay attention to what she was saying. It is a slow burn, but I really liked it. And it's one of those twisty, turny thrillers where it's like, that would never happen. Like, that would absolutely never happen. But I loved it. I loved it. It's like one of my favorite audiobooks I've listened to in a long time. Then with a Prairie Planner book, I marked that I read a physical book, and I can't remember what it was. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked with this Rabbit Hole Handcraft Girl was that I sort of got ready for work. I've been slightly better about getting ready for work. Not amazing, but better. I was looking real rough. Then with this Carly Plants cat sticker, these cats are like my favorite thing. I marked that I did the litter. With this Design Ski sticker co Red Bull can and a sad munchkin from Once More With Love, I marked that my Red Bull leaked in my bag. I've never had this happen. It didn't explode. Like, there was a hole in it somehow. I don't know what happened, but fortunately it didn't get on my laptop. It was pretty much contained in my lunch bag, but I lost about 2/3 of the Red Bull and I was devastated, and I did go buy another one and it was twice as much as when I buy it in bulk. So that was a shame. Then with a blood sticker from the Coffee Monsters, no, Once More with Love, I marked that I got my period. And that really pissed me off because I'm not supposed to. Then with this leftover deco from a kit, I marked that I ran some errands on my break. With this Fox and Cactus cramp sticker, I marked that my cramps were getting really bad. Then with this leftover sticker from a kit, I marked that I did my October budget. With this Erica G Designs camera, I marked that I filmed a plan with me. With this Once More with Love sticker, I marked that I did a face mask. And then the final thing on Tuesday with this Prairie Planner puzzle sticker was that I finished my puzzle. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I got up really late, which was unfortunate, and I used a rabbit hole handcraft sticker for that. Then with a Stick with a Plan Co. squidge, I marked that there was this microscopic fuzz in my eye, and it was debilitating. I couldn't leave until I got it out of my eyeball, and it took me so long. Like, you know, when there's dust in the air and every once in a while there would be like a slightly long fiber. I've gotten them in my eyes a million times at this point, but this one was so hard to get off my contact. And it just made me even more late. It was very, very uncomfortable, and my eyes were just like watering like crazy, but finally got it. And then with this sticker, I never remember the name of the shop, I marked that I was in the office and I just felt so burnt out. And that's just continued. I talk about this too much. I don't know what I can cut back on in order to be less this. I really don't know, because I think the only things I can cut out of my life are the things that I want, and that's just not fair. That's not fair. But anyway, after that, I did a chest workout and walked 10,300 steps this day. I used a Prairie Planner shoe for that. With this Munchkin, I marked that I was really gassy this day. Then with a Fox and Cactus silhouette, I marked that I printed, cut, and a kit, and then I filled a spread while I watched Sex and the City. Then with this leftover sticker from a kit, I marked that I ordered part of my Halloween costume. With this squish, I marked that I forgot to submit my steps this day. I have one of those apps that like gives you rewards, and you get like a $10 gift card every year because it takes so long to get points. And what's annoying is the threshold keeps going up and up and up the more you walk. So it's like, I think the most points you can get is either 15 or 35, something like that. I don't know. That's a huge difference. But point being, I've never gotten that, because now I think I need 20,000 steps in a day to get the max points. But anyway, I had walked 10,300 steps this day and I forgot to submit any of them. I didn't submit it all this day. Then with a rabbit hole handcraft book that I think is perfect for this kit and this month, I marked that I read. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked with this happy emoji was that I was slowly getting back to my comfort weight. And actually, I will say that I was still... sorry if you don't like weight talk, like just exit out, I guess. But I'm still a pound more than I am comfortable being. But I got back down to my pre-vacation weight the week before Thanksgiving. And then the weekend of Thanksgiving, I gained 2 pounds. So we're back where we were. But I was happy that I was like almost there this day. Then with this emoji working, I marked that I was early to the office. With another Prairie Planner shoe sticker, I marked that I walked 10,000 steps. Then with a Prairie Planner book, I marked that I read. With a Prairie Planner puzzle piece, I marked that I sorted pieces for my next puzzle. With a Prairie Planner sticker, I marked that I pulled stickers, Jesus Christ. And then finally with a different shop, with Stick with a Plan Co. sticker, I marked that I watched Sex and the City. Then Friday, the first thing I marked with an emoji was that I worked remote. With this Sticky Perks water sticker, I marked that I finally changed the water filter. Yes, I probably waited like 2 months too long. I know, gross, but filters don't last, man. When are they going to invent filters for everything that last a year? I would much prefer that. I'm sure everybody would, but like, it's hard to keep up with all the filters that you need to change in your life. Then with this Stella Bow Sticker Co. Spray bottle, I marked that I cleaned the entire apartment. With a Fox and Cactus squish, I marked that I did a full body workout. Then with another Carly Plans cat, I marked that I took Janet to the vet. And then I just felt so sad that she was scared, and I used a Papershire cat and a Stick with a Plan Co. gloomy sticker for that. Then I do realize this is a breakfast sandwich. I'm not stupid, but the colors just worked really well, and it kind of looks like a burger with an egg on it, so I think it works. But Joe and I got buy one, get one Shake Shack, and I think it was buy one, get one free burgers, maybe? I don't know. Then with another Lottie from Stick with a Plan Co., I marked that we watched the challenge, of course. With this Oreo sticker from Piper Paper Company, I marked that we made Oreo dirt finally, which we were supposed to make in July for his birthday, because that's his favorite dessert, but we were so busy and we were eating so much in July, and we went away on vacation, so we just never made it. And finally and then the next day I bought like 20 pastries at the bakery, but we still made the dirt. There's just too much food all the time. Then with a Prairie Planner sneaker, I marked that we went for a walk, and that was it for Friday. Moving on to Saturday, first thing I marked with, I think this is the Coffee Monsters Co. With this alarm clock, I marked that I was up early. With a Papershire apple, I marked that we went apple picking. With this cinnamon roll from maybe Scribble Prints Co., I think, I marked that we got bakery treats. Then with this Lottie from Stick with a Plan Co., I marked that we went dress shopping. With this leftover, actually, I think this is from the kit, this money jar, I marked that my roommate found a bunch of money lying in the street, which was really cool because then she treated us to dinner, which was so nice of her. With this Once More with Love munchkin holding a piece of sushi, I marked that we went to get sushi. And with this Lottie holding a theater ticket, I marked that we went to see Six. Again, amazing. With this Nike sneaker, I marked that I walked over 20,000 steps this day. Did I submit my steps? Pretty sure I didn't. I don't think I did. And looking at this, I didn't mark that I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Anyway. Then with this squish eating chips, I marked that we watched part of Chicago. We just wanted to put on a musical, and I don't think my roommate's little sister was into it, but she was too nice to say anything, and it's one of my favorites, so we just watched a little bit, but I don't think they finished it once I left, because I did leave to go to Joe's apartment, and yeah, I'm sure, I don't think she was into it, but I love a story about two ladies getting away with murder. Anyway, then a squish with a knife, I marked that there were assholes all over my block. I was trying to leave my parking spot and I couldn't because there were so many cars just like parked with their hazards on my street. And like people were literally outside of their car with their hazards on, just leaning on their cars. And I was getting scared because it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Beep at them? Like, can I back out of the block? I was all the way at the front of the block. So it would have been a little... I could have done it, but I was worried somebody would come. Anyway, luckily, right as I'm about to pull out of my parking spot and like figure out my next plan, this huge pickup truck comes and they move for the big ass pickup truck. I've never been happy to see a pickup truck in my life, but that worked in my favor. Then the final thing I marked with this couch sticker that might be from this. No, I think this is leftover from another kit. I marked that we watched old episodes of The Challenge. Then moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked with a rabbit hole handcraft sticker was that I had a horrible dream. I couldn't remember it, but it was so bad that I woke up crying. Then with this overthinking, I think emoji head from the Coffee Monsters Co., I marked that I had really bad anxiety. Then with another one of these girls, I marked that I was starting to get a pretty bad headache. With another Lottie, I marked that I basically wasted the entire day and I felt really guilty about it, but I was just so tired. And I didn't feel great. I don't know why. Maybe my hormones or something, because I was like bleeding early. I have no idea, but I just wasn't feeling great. With this takeout sticker from, I think it's Pumpkin Paper Co., I marked that I walked to pick up Chinese for us. With this headache squidge, I marked that it was getting really, really, really bad. And so I took more medicine and finally it started going away. Then with this Stella Bow Sticker Co. controller, I marked that I sort of freaked out because my PS4 controller was not syncing with my PlayStation. And I've never had that happen with PS2, PS3. I've never had this happen. Fortunately, I was able to just find a video online on how to fix it, and it was a little tedious, like resetting it. I had to find something like a pin to reset it with, and the first time I tried it didn't work, but it finally worked, and I really didn't enjoy that. But then I was able to play Hogwarts Legacy, which was really fun, so I'm glad my headache went away. And this was the stickers from Scribble Prints Co. And then the final thing on Sunday with another Prairie Planner book was that I read. So yeah, that's everything for this week. Also, I'm sorry that I think Monday is missing. I think I forgot to hit record on Monday. And yeah, I don't know, like it was a busy week, even though pretty much everything happened on Saturday. I did have a really busy week, and that's also why we've just been watching a lot of reruns of The Challenge, because I don't think I can handle like a real show right now. I think I will still watch Welcome to Derry on my own. I've only watched one episode so far because I was using it as an excuse to like, or I was using the treadmill as an excuse to watch it, and I just haven't had time to go on the treadmill. So anyway, I think I am going to keep watching that, but yeah, I've just been so exhausted on the weekends, and I have so little time that it's just so much easier to put on a 20-minute episode of an old challenge. So anyway, that's everything for this week. I'm glad to finally be in October. However, it is currently December 2nd. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll catch up eventually. And then once I'm caught up, I can finally do that stupid puzzle that's just staring at me. Okay, bye.